Good evening, folks. Welcome to episode 88 of the PrimeTime Gorehounds. I am PrimeTime James Thomas here with Paul Berg himself, the Mr. Gorehound himself, on May the 23rd, 2024, officially 5:05 Eastern Time, 11 p.m. in the UK time, watching the Christmas movie, not really a Christmas movie, 1988 action classic, one of the greatest action films of all time, Die Hard, starring Bruce Willis. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Paul. Is this a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
Of course it is. I don't care what anyone says to me. I watch this every Christmas.
It's not to me. And the reason why I say it's not to me is simply because
Come on,
just
why?
because what?
Why? Come on.
Look, just because a movie is set on Christmas doesn't necessarily make it a Christmas film, okay? Because the overall narrative about this movie, the spirit of Christmas doesn't really drive the motivations of the characters in this movie. Like, Paul, you could place this movie on the 4th of July. You could place this movie on a random Friday night. It wouldn't make no damn difference. Okay? It's not a traditional Christmas movie like It's a Wonderful Life or Jingle All the Way or Home Alone, where the spirit of Christmas is festered all throughout this film. It's not here. Let me tell you something, folks. Holly is going to fuck John McClane whether or not it was Christmas or not. One, just because it was Christmas, it's because he saved her life. That's why. But yeah, I can really go into why I don't think it's a Christmas movie. But I understand why people think it's a Christmas movie, and it's Americans' fault. It's our fault. We messed it up. Because I remember back in the 90s when I was a little kid.
Yep.
TNT, TBS. No. Let me finish. Okay, TNT, and TBS. Back in the day, would always play this movie on Christmas time, and it's been a running joke, a running gag ever since. Hell, even so much so that even Bruce Willis and John McTiernan had to remind people that they're not. This is not really intended to be a Christmas film, but it's been a 30-year long well, not really. It's been more of a 25-year debate on whether or not this is a Christmas film. I don't think it is, but you think so.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, it's in the same setting. It's like anytime I see a movie, it doesn't matter what the movie is. If it's set during a Christmas setting, I'm like, well, technically it is, but this one, a lot of people say is. I mean, it's even been listed as one of the best Christmas films on several top 10 lists and whatnot. So yeah, this movie is disputed. Even 36 years on, people still debate that. And I'm pretty sure people's going to be debating about Terrifier 3 because that's a Christmas movie. So
it takes place on Christmas.
Yep. And they have confirmed it is a Christmas-themed horror film, so.
Well, yeah, I gotta say that. Okay. All right. Okay, so if this is a Christmas movie, is Lethal Weapon a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I guess you could say that too, because again, it was set during that time period. That's what I would say.
All right. Okay. Fine. All right. So, other than that, Paul, how have you been?
Doing good, man. We had a good time, me and my mom and my sister at the Pirate Weekend. Posted a whole bunch of photos of that, me in costume and everything. Took part in the first ever pirate run, which was part of a charity called Jeremiah's Journey. The charity as a whole managed to raise over £400. I managed to get £65 to help him out with the donations for people that donated. And yeah, 3 km walk. Me doing that in my full carnival costume, shoes and all, my feet were shredded. to the point where there were blisters popping up in my feet. So I ended up popping one of them with a pin, and let's just say it exploded all over my phone, which wasn't very nice. But no, it was a fun weekend. We all had a good time. There's plenty of photos there, and also I managed to get a call from a modeling agency that are thinking about asking me to come over for an audition. So fingers crossed.
If Puff Daddy shows up, kill him. But
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
No, kill him.
All right.
But yeah, okay, that's great. It's been a fairly interesting week. I currently in the beginning. If you follow my pro wrestling channel, I'm in the beginning stages of my character change. I officially had my nose broken, and and right now, to sell the gimmick, I've been staying off of social media. I've been staying off of posting on Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. I legit posted on Facebook that I broke my nose. Now my nose isn't broken. But my character is. I'm trying to sell it. Oh, even so much so, I'm not even answering messages when people ask me.
Just like that time with the Sandman.
I legit bought in that because I made my selling was that believable that people legit think I broke my nose. So
basically, it's kind of like that whole thing when you remember that time with that wrestler, the Sandman, when he had trouble with his eyes. He did the same thing. He never answered his door to anybody.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool that you're sticking to that character to that degree.
Yes, indeed. Just waiting on the 15th. That's when I go back, and should be enough time for me to have my quote unquote facial reconstruction surgery. And
I gotta say.
And then I come back with a plastic mask, thinking I'm disfigured. So it should be fun. But yeah, some good things coming ahead. Please be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content on this channel. And again, for those on the PrimeTime podcast channel, people have been asking me, James, why is there not any content on the channel? Because I'll say it once. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. This month of wrestling has been horrible. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing interesting going on right now. Whether it's AEW, WWE, of course you got your little thing like the King of the Ring tournament and all that stuff, but nothing really newsworthy.
I think the only thing I've been doing when it comes to wrestling has just been checking out the stuff that Jim Cornette's been putting up, and that's about it.
That's really it. Like there's literally nothing going on right now. So it's been dry. Very, very dry. It's just terrible. I think everybody's just waiting on SummerSlam. Everybody's just waiting on SummerSlam at this point.
Yep. That's going to be a good one.
We'll see. But I have my doubts. But yeah. So yes. So Die Hard. Let's go ahead and watch this film. I'm about 4 seconds in. Where see the 20th Century fuckface logo. I hate them. I hate those. I hate 20th Century Fox so much. All right. Rotten hell for all I care. All right. So yeah, about 4 seconds in, we'll watch the movie, give live commentary and reaction to this film. Please, you're gonna go ahead and react along with us. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section or in the live chat archive or in the comment section. We go 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play. Again, 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play.
And if you don't press play, your brains are gonna say hello to a window because you wouldn't give a code.
Oh man. Oh, Alan Rickman. Oh, I missed that guy. right,
Rest in
so
peace.
here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
And we are in.
And yes, 1988, Die Hard. Paul, when was the first time you've seen this film?
Ironically enough, I was 5 years old, and it was actually during one of my parents' movies night. I used to sneak down and watch their movies, and that's how I first discovered this movie when it was one of their movie nights. And I remember at the time being 5 years old, I was like, "Yo, this is really cool." Being that kind of impressionable kid back in the day. And it's ironic,
Okay.
the guy who directed this movie, this is actually his third movie because before he did this, he did Predator.
Yep, John McTiernan. Yep, who did Predator, which was another one of the greatest horror action / horror films of all time. Yes, I do consider Predator a horror film.
Yep.
And yeah, my first time watching this, oh man, it was I was about 8 or 9 at the time. They were playing just like a bunch of action films, like on, I think it was on the USA channel,
Right.
and this came on, and I remember my brother was talking about how awesome this movie was, and then I watched it with my brother, and I thought this movie was fan fucking tastic. Now I will say this though, Paul. We talked about Bruce Willis's current condition. Thoughts and prayers of
Yeah.
him and his family. From what I've seen, he's living peacefully with his family, which is all you can ask for.
Exactly.
I remember at one point, Paul, they were thinking about doing a Die Hard prequel. I think it was called like Die Hard Year One.
Yeah, that was actually based on a comic book.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Paul, but I think that's the dumbest fucking thing they could have done.
I would have been interested in seeing how they would have done it because, again, like I said, I have read the comic book.
How would you be interested, Paul? How?
Well, seeing the origin stories, because like I said, I have read that comic book that they were going to base it on at the time. I remember reading.
But Paul, there is no origin story. Okay, because here's what I mean by Paul. Here's what I mean by that, Paul. Okay, what makes Die Hard work? What makes Die Hard so good is one, it stars Bruce Willis. Willis. And what makes it work is because Bruce Willis is supposed to be the everyday man action hero. Yeah. He's supposed to be the everyday man. His character, John McClane, before this movie, is just a street cop from New York. He's just a cop. A regular cop who's never been in a situation like this before. He's never dealt with terrorists. He's never dealt with, all the things that's happened to him, he's never done before. Yeah, he's probably dealt with some crooks, some perps, breaking and entering, saving cats from trees and all that stuff. But he's never dealt with anything like this. So to do a prequel, Paul, would be stupid because you're pretty much going to have to make it a Die Hard film when the character establishes he's never done anything like this up until this point.
Yeah, fair point. But I think the reason why I think the reason why they wanted to do it is because, again, somebody put that comic book out and somebody in the studio thought, okay, I'm going to see if we can try something like that. But, again, the ideas never materialized, thankfully.
No, like a comic book or not, you gotta stay true to the character, okay? Like you can't just throw shit out. You gotta stay true to the character. John McClane, up until this point, Paul, up until this night, Paul, he was probably just a regular street cop. And you want to go like his rookie year as a cop, he was probably at a desk. He probably had a desk job. And then he grew up the ranks. It's like you can't like I understand we live in this world where we have to connect everything and make everything make sense. No, leave it a mystery. Like John Glenn was a regular guy.
I know. I mean, that's the whole point about this one. But like I said, there are people out there that would want to know more, and that's just how it is, unfortunately, with some people.
Yeah,
Oh
Paul,
yeah,
and they are the problem.
exactly. Oh,
They
and
are the
what's up?
problem.
What's up, Philip? And Mama Gorehound is in the chat box.
Oh, Paul, speaking of which, we had a Halloween alumni just appear in this movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
good. I missed it.
the nanny, she was the like Dr. Loomis, leave the little girl alone.
Oh shit, yeah, it was her. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could have sworn that.
so yeah, Gorehound show, even though nowhere near nothing like Halloween, but nice little reference.
Hey, we're gonna be
Yeah,
coming up
this
with a bunch of surprises.
yeah, 1988. Yeah. Shit, you should. Yeah, Halloween 5 was 89, so a year after this.
Yeah, so we had Halloween 4 around this year.
All right, we got Bruce Willis meeting my man Argyle.
Yeah, this guy was a cool driver.
He was cool. He was a fun
Yeah,
character.
definitely.
Fun character.
And it was his first day on the job too.
Oh man. But yeah. But Bruce Willis's character, John McClane, because I remember, me and OGs, Bruce Blitz, we used to have a discussion because Bruce Blitz did not like Die Hard at all. He couldn't buy Bruce Willis as an action hero. He couldn't buy it. But I tried to tell him that that's kind of the point. He's supposed to be different because keep in mind this was Arnold and Sylvester's time, where you had the ultra macho testosterone, no pecs on pecs,
and plus those two were like action movie kings back in the day. I mean, they were doing Terminator, Rambo, Commando, the Rocky films, all those films that those two did respectively. I mean, they were like the top dogs in the action scene. So to have a guy like Bruce Willis coming in who has little to no background in action movies, and this was the movie that
he was a relatively unknown at this point.
And after this movie, his career just fucking blew up after that.
Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis, classic.
Legendary tune. I may be a metalhead, but I do know a classic Run DMC song when I hear it. And there's the old 20th Century Fox studio, Dublin as the Nakatomi Plaza.
You know what's funny? That this movie, it's a late '80s film, but this could pass as a '90s movie.
Technically, you could say that, yeah. Because even though this movie was released in the US in '88, the UK didn't get it until '89. Man, this movie, like, think about this as well, man. Like a lot of action movies back then were done a certain way. When this movie Die Hard came around, nobody saw an action movie like this before back then.
Like, what do you mean nobody saw an action movie like this? What do you mean by that?
Well, the way this film did it, I mean, like when you look at some of the, like for example, when you look at those early day John Woo movies that he was doing back in his Hong Kong days, nobody saw shit like that before. So I kind of feel like there was a little bit of inspiration with how some of the action scenes were done from those movies into this.
I wouldn't say that.
Not completely, but kind of like that.
No. Like what I think is that we see a main character who's the action star. He's vulnerable.
Yeah.
And this was during a time when we never really saw the hero be vulnerable. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone They would always be calm. They always would know exactly what to do when shit hits the fan. All throughout this film, there will be moments where John McClane does not know what to do. Like he's thinking on the fly. Like there are moments in the movie where he's legit scared. He's scared he's to be in this situation.
Yeah, because some of the situations that end up in this movie that he goes for is like
because
what
he's again, he's never been through this before.
Yeah, especially we'll get to it when we get to that. But there's one scene where it's kind of like a negotiation one, but
there's literally a moment, Paul. Where he actually doubts he's gonna make it.
Yeah, I know the scene you're talking about.
Like he literally doubts he's gonna make it. You don't see that. I can't really think, especially around this time, of a Stallone or Arnold film where they feel like, oh shit, I'm not gonna make it. They always knew what to do.
And I will say, when you're saying about the vulnerability part, I think when it comes to Stallone's character in Rambo, I think the only time you saw that vulnerable bit of him was at the end of the first movie when he was just losing his shit after just shooting the town up.
Well, yeah, you have that. Kinda, yeah. But I'm talking about when it comes to him versus the bad guys, right? Yeah. And how to get out of certain situations, like he always all because of Rambo's skills and how greatly trained he was. He always knew what to do.
He always knew what to do. Yeah, with this guy,
there's literally moments, Paul, when John McClane is like panicking.
Pretty much, because I mean, he's going up against highly trained fucking mercenaries in this case, or people that's involved in the heist.
Yes, and up to this point, John McClane's only dealt with, like I said, just common criminals in the streets of New York.
Exactly.
Like you're not trained for shit like that.
No, you shit like that. You can't train for shit like that, especially if you've never dealt with a situation like that before. You wouldn't think
also
an average.
And then also too, it's like again, he's just a regular street cop, and he's just thinking on the fly. It's not like he's like Ellis with the cocaine.
Yeah.
I just love. He was literally just snorting a lot of cocaine when he walked in, and John McClane being the character he is, the smart ass, like he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that backdrop, Jesus.
Yeah, that's definitely a studio. And I've just realized that guy that was snorting the cocaine, he was actually the villain in Urban Legend's Final Cut.
Gotta look some shit out of Miami Vice. Jesus.
Yeah, I was just looking at that skyline and I'm just like, hey, you sure this is Los Angeles or is this Miami, Florida right now?
Yeah, I was never really into Miami Vice. I remember my grandma was really into that show. I was never really into it.
I saw a few episodes, but I will admit I did really enjoy that movie they did in 2006.
Oh, there's Holly, John McClane's wife.
Holly Gennaro.
She was in she was in the first two, right?
Yeah, she was in the first two. I think she had a voice cameo on the phone call in part 3, but yeah, as far as like full-fledged appearances, it was the first two movies.
You know, when I was a kid, I thought Holly, the actress play Holly, I sincerely thought that was Miss Elizabeth.
She does look like her, funny enough. That's the crazy thing. I thought
that was Miss Elizabeth, bro.
Yeah, her name is Bonnie in real life.
Yeah, what has she done post Die Hard?
I'll have a look. Hang on. Okay, so after Die Hard 2, she did a film called Presumed Innocent, and then it was Needful Things, Speechless, Judicial Consent, Bad Manners, Gloria, Sordid Lives, Manhood. It looks like a lot of these were...
So nothing. Gotcha.
a lot of these are like TV-made films or things like that. She's got a lot more credits in TV series than she does in films. So that's pretty much what she's been doing. Her last TV film was something called The Knoll Diary in 2022, which is a Netflix movie. And the last TV appearance that she did was in 2021 for a show called Panic.
Paul, I'm not gonna hold you up, man. I thought she was playing with his gun. I'll tell you what, Paul. What if she was playing with his gun and then she accidentally shot herself? She shoots herself, and then John McClane just cleans her up, put her under the bed, and it goes back to New York. And then movie's over. We can all go home.
That's the end of the movie right there. That's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie right there. That would be it'd be a dark. It'd be a dark short story, but
at least he would have avoided all the stuff that happens later on.
Oh, absolutely would absolutely. Oh, we absolutely would have avoided all the shit.
Yeah.
And then this is Holly and John. We kind of get the idea that that they're kind of on the rocks, on thin ice because of their marriage. John McClane's pissed that she's pissed that that Holly changed her name to her maiden name, Gennaro, instead of McClane.
Yeah, so their relationship's kind of rocky here.
Kind of rocky, but it's through the events that happen through this movie that brings them back together. It's not Christmas, goddammit. It's the fact that she saved her and a bunch of hundreds of people at the same time. And Holly remembers, the man that John is, the machismo that John, because what does she say? Like, only John can make someone that crazy. She starts to fall in love with him again through his actions in this film.
Yeah, he was just banging his head on the door, thinking, "Man, you idiot! You just fucked it up again." And here comes here they come. I got a bit of an echo on my end, but it's okay. But yeah, these guys, man.
How about now?
Okay. Yeah, I sound okay now. Oh, it's a little bit. Hang on, it's still echoing. Shit. Don't worry about it. We'll still work around it. Oh, here's the two main guys coming in. It's crazy. Some of the villains in this movie. I know that one of them specifically. When we get to him, he was actually the guy that played that character, the main villain in Ghostbusters 2. I think it was the dude with the ponytail.
Wait. Which one played the villain in Ghostbusters 2?
One of the guys that's one of the villains on here is like a dude with a ponytail. He has like a leather jacket. That was the guy that played Vigo in Ghostbusters 2. You'll know the one when you see him. I'll point him out to you when he shows up.
This blonde hair guy?
No, not the blonde hair guy. I'll point him out when I see him. Oh, it's a hockey puck flashbang.
Oh, look at the bullet squibs. Oh.
I wish movies would still do that, but they do. But they just
I miss bullet squibs. Oh.
Hey, RoboCop and Total Recall, I think, had the best ones. Yeah, see that guy?
There he is, Hans Gruber.
Yeah, but you know that dude you saw with the brown.
Yeah, I saw him.
That's the guy who played the villain in Ghostbusters 2.
Where do you put Hans Gruber on your list of top heels in movie history?
Oh, he's definitely up there in the top 10, maybe the top 5 for me, because the way Alan Rickman portrays this character and just how much of a smart, sadistic son of a bitch he is, he just plays it perfectly. Alan Rickman playing Hans Gruber is one of the perfect villains in a movie.
Agreed. I mean, when people say who's the greatest villain, you really have to think about it, because like what is your litmus test of villain? Because it's so broad, you gotta think about, Hans Gruber, Darth Vader, Michael Myers. Like, you really got to think about shit like that.
Yeah, you've got to really choose carefully who it is you want to put on that list. But you have to put Alan Rickman's Gruber character at least in your top 10 or top 5 because he's that good at playing it.
Oh, he's definitely fantastic. In my opinion, the best. He's definitely the best villain in the series. Jeremy Irons is definitely behind him. I like the majority of the Die Hard series. Like, I love 1. I think 2 is underrated. I think 2 is solid.
4 was
Die Hard
fucking
with
brilliant.
Vengeance. Die Hard with a Vengeance, I think, is great. Live Free or Die Hard, I think, is underrated.
Yeah.
Good Day, A Good Day, Die Hard can suck my ass. Fuck that movie.
I happen to have all 5 just to say I collected them, but yeah, the 5th one. Yeah, the problem with the 5th one, it just didn't quite hit the spot, and I think one of the biggest problems for me is who they got to play John McClane's son, because that dude, his acting,
Courtney.
Yeah, watching him is like watching paint dry. I'm sorry for anyone who's a fan.
Oh God. During that era, Paul, I hated Jai Courtney. Man, I hated him as Kyle Reese. I hated him, and I did not like him at all.
The only character that I felt he played good in was a TV series called Spartacus: Blood and Sand.
But I think all 4 Die Hard films are solid.
Yeah, definitely. And the fact that I remember when the news broke out, they were actually finally going to do a 4th one. I was like, holy shit, we're really going to do this? I go see it in the cinema, and I was just like, bro, this is fucking brilliant. Some of the best action scenes I've seen in the series.
Yeah, my only problem with Die Hard 4 is that they made.
This is the kind of shit you and me would probably do. This is the kind of shit you and me would probably do. You're trying to cut the wires, quietly, and I'm able to chainsaw like, yeah, this will work. You kind of look like, motherfucker, you almost tripped your alarms. Hey, at least it worked, didn't it? That's a funny little comedy moment with those two, though. But yeah, you were saying.
I thought they made John look too much like Superman in some moments. I get as the sequels go on, you have to make things bigger and better. But there was some situations in Die Hard, Live for Die Hard, where I'm like, he should not have survived that.
He threw a fucking car at a helicopter, for Christ's sake.
He threw a car. I was like, okay, this is where we're at. Okay.
And not to mention he's being chased by a jet.
Yeah, because nobody would notice like 10, 15 people walking in with machine guns.
Yep, and speaking of machine guns, shit just hit the fan.
Now look at this, Paul. Look at Bruce Willis's face. Like he's scared. He's never. Of course, when he hears a gunshot go off, he instinctively goes into action. But when he goes out there to see what's going on, like you just the titties. You see that guy like like that dude in the red?
Yeah.
He was like
I did see that, yeah. But yeah, like you're saying, John McClane, like he's like, man, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah, like what do I do? Like the small stuff here where he doesn't have his shoes on, he wouldn't have time because he's got spring into action. Yeah, he's nervous. He's legit nervous. And I think that's why people relate to John McClane more because, again, he's the everyday, he's the working man action hero.
He's the blue collar guy, yeah.
He's the blue collar. Thank you, Paul. Yes, he's the blue collar guy. Yes. Like I cannot imagine this, Paul. I cannot imagine this, Paul. I'm a city cop, and then I'm coming to, let's say I'm coming to visit you, Paul, and then, and see, like right here, we's talking, so like, think, John, think, God damn it, think. Like he's not used to being in this situation.
Until he sees that out on the other side of the street. But
But
yeah,
I can imagine being a cop, and then I have to go to the UK, and then freaking terrorists or thieves take over, a hotel. Like I wouldn't know how to do this shit, bro. I'm just like, bro, I'm from America.
yeah, imagine yourself being in a London Has Fallen situation. You remember that one?
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Cause I remember Olympus Has Fallen. That was cool. And then I see the second one. I was like, fuck, dude.
What I love about Alan Rickman's portrayal here, like he's always calm, he's always cool. He never raises his voice in this movie ever.
He hardly ever does, and he's just so like the
He's
body
smooth.
language.
He's really smooth. He's really smooth all throughout this movie.
Yeah, like the cadence in his voice as well. It's just you really don't know what he's gonna do to you.
Those are the most scariest people. Fuck all that. Yeah. Like no, not fuck the like always yelling villains. It's the villains that are always calm. Those are the scariest ones.
They're the ones you got to worry about, man. I mean, look at him. He's acting all polite.
Look at Ellis. He's high on cocaine, man.
He is tripping balls on the coca right now. Oh God, those computers back then.
Oh yeah, those old ladies' computers. Jesus. But yeah, I remember Jake the Snake. I watched a documentary of his.
Oh yeah.
And he was talking about how to be a heel, and who better to learn from him. And he said because keep in mind, Jake the Snake, he wrestled in an era where again, like where everybody was yelling all the time, right? Everyone was yah rah rah,
Yeah.
Jake said that he knew that it would more get the audience's attention if you just speak in a calm, soft but menacing tone all throughout your promo, and then that's really gonna make the crowd go like, "Wait, what is he saying? What is he talking about?" Like
that was one of the things I loved about Jake the Snake was that his ring psychology was second to none.
Probably the greatest in-ring psychologist of all time.
Yeah, I mean, like the things he would say and the things he would do, you would sit there thinking to yourself, "My God, what is going through this dude's head? I don't even want to be inside to find out."
Well, everything Jake did, meant something in the ring. Like he didn't just do shit to do shit. It meant something, and that's why I love Randy Orton, because when I watch Randy Orton work, I see Jake.
Same here.
Like I absolutely see Jake the Snake Roberts in Randy Orton when he wrestles.
Exactly. I see it in there too. The way he, like I said, the way he carries himself, the way he moves in the ring, and the psychology that he brings out, especially when it comes to cutting promos and everything. He's definitely clearly inspired.
Well, he makes everything he does matter. Like he makes everything. There's no wasted motion. Like everything he does has a purpose. And I think that's kind of, the problem with a lot of wrestlers. Hell, even I do it sometimes where, you just want to do shit just to do shit. Like, do shit that actually makes sense in a match, like.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, hey, you guys, this guy's finishing move is a choke slam. So what should you do during your heat? Fuck up his arm all throughout the heat. Like
pretty much.
His finishing move. His finishing move is a super kick. During the heat, fuck up his leg.
Yeah.
It's simple. Pro wrestling can be so goddamn simple.
Exactly. You just got to know how to do it, and it takes a bit of time to master it. $47 million. Oh man, what would you do with that? Oh, I know what I'd be doing with it.
but again, but like Alan Rickman, like he's so smooth in this role. Like again, like he's menacing, he's threatening, but he's so calm, and that's why his portrayal is so good here.
I know,
Like the
I
only
think
time he truly yells in this film, the only time he yells is when he puts on that act when him and McClane come face to face.
yes. Oh, not to mention the bit when he's on the radio to him.
Yeah, he's about to shoot Takagi in the face, cold blood.
Remember what I said? What happens if you don't press play? Or he's put the gun on the table.
I think he says, I think he says, I'm going to count to 3, and there's not going to be a fourth.
There will not be a fourth. Hey, just get on the jet and go fly to Tokyo. You're just going to have to kill me. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a 4.
Give me the code.
Give me the code. Like he's like it's smooth.
Yeah. Here it comes. And the way this guy's head explodes on the window.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Woo! Ooh, shit. Shit.
Now, you want folks back in '88? That was crazy to see.
And they're betting money on who's going to talk or not.
And I love Bruce John's reaction there. It's like he was shook by seeing that.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Because this shows the audience and it shows John like what we're dealing with here. That this man is willing to shoot someone in the face in cold blood.
Yeah, and he happened to have shot the top dog of the building.
Yeah, like I don't know, like just that scene when the camera zooms in on Bruce's face. Arnold and Sly would not pull that off.
No,
I don't think they would.
There's no way they would have. Not back then, no. Well, here they go. They're getting ready to arm the bombs.
Like in the scenes where where John is like thinking, like panicking, like think. I cannot imagine Arnold. Can you imagine Arnold in that situation? Come on, think. Like
he'd be hamming that shit up, dude. I'm telling you right now, he'd be hamming it up.
He would ham it up, but Arnold, like I said, Arnold would never. Up to this point, the closest he's looked vulnerable was Predator.
Yeah, and I think
that was the most he's ever looked vulnerable in the movie.
Yeah, and the only time I actually saw him shed a tear and show emotion was a scene on End of Days.
Well, that was way later in his career.
Exactly, but again, like I said, I never saw that until then.
And that's the one thing, that's the one that I will give Arnold and Sly. They were never afraid to make themselves vulnerable. I mean, one of Stallone's best scenes ever is him crying, like you brought it up on First Blood. That's the one thing. That's one thing I can't say about Steven Seagal.
Oh, fuck Steven Seagal, man. Dude's like, But yeah, Stallone, him showing emotion in Rambo, and let's not forget that scene on the third Rocky movie. I mean, holy shit, that was heartbreaking.
Oh, when Mickey dies, yeah.
Yeah. That sucked, man. Because, I mean, you see someone you care about die in front of you. That's the worst.
We still had more to do.
Yeah. That was rough. Oh, my God. Those old walkie-talkies back then. And they were high-tech even back then, though. Oh God, cell phones in a briefcase.
Jesus.
Satellite phones. Well, we thought this would work.
Now this is small. This is small, but look at John here. Like look how happy he is when he sees the cops coming, because because John's thinking like I don't want to deal with this shit. Like,
and they're gone.
Yeah, and he's mad. He's like turn around. Like,
yeah, that was his way out, and it just gone.
And then as the movie progresses, he's scared. But as the movie progresses, he's getting more. He gains more confidence that he can handle this. That's why in the later films, like 2, 3, and 4, he's not freaking out as much because he now has experience how to handle situations like this. Where in this one, he's figuring it out on the go.
Yeah, because on those other ones, he ended up being battle tested at that point.
Yes, he was battle tested. Yeah.
Oh man, this guy's tracksuit pants are fucking hideous.
Fucking when did Jeffrey Dahmer become a movie star?
How did that happen, by the way, folks?
I love it. He cocks the gun and he says, "I promise I won't hurt you."
Bullshit.
He doesn't even look. He just shoots. He didn't even look.
He's like, I'm just gonna shoot you anyway. And there's those saw blades. I saw somebody lose their finger at that once in school.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. He had to go to the hospital. Luckily, they were able to reattach it, but yeah, it wasn't nice. Drop it, dick. He's like, yeah, you ain't gonna hurt me.
And that's another thing that separates John McClane from everybody else. It's like his smart ass attitude. You know, that's what separates himself from Stallone and Arnold. Like they more came off as badasses. They never came off as smart asses. Like, you know, that crack jokes under tense situations.
John McClane was a natural shit talker, and he went for the damn wall there.
Well, I mean, he's from New York, you know.
Yeah, and down they go the stairs. Oh, I heard that
clearly. Yeah, that was clearly not Bruce Willis there.
That was a stunt guy. Yeah,
that was a straight up stunt guy.
Hey, is that a scar on Bruce Willis's shoulder?
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how he got that.
And I also love, as the movie progresses, his shirt becomes more dirty as the movie goes on.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It definitely got dirtied up when you see it, when it ends up being later on in the movie.
That's I just love stuff like that.
Yeah, showing like everything as time progresses, getting more disheveled as we go along. Well, here goes that big ass power drill. Well, John, you're lucky. You got yourself some ammo.
But yeah, man, I just it's a damn shame what happened to Bruce Willis, man. I got to tell you what the dementia they got hit with, and like I said, the only thing I'm just happy for is that one, he clearly made enough money, you know, for him to be able to settle down, and he's just living the rest of his days with his family, and from the videos I've seen. With him and his family, he's happy. He's peaceful. He's having a time of his life. Demi Moore is around him, you know, because that was his ex-wife. Hey, he seems happy, so hey, he deserves it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the guy's had a hell of a career, and that's just like, again, I can't imagine what it's like to not be able to speak or read because of the shit that's going on in your head. I don't know if I'd be able to fucking handle that, dude. Because
I think they said it initially. His head problem started. I think they said it was on the set of a movie called Tears of the Sun. I think.
Yeah, I did mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was filming that movie. And he had some sort of head injury, and
yeah, it was one of them. I think it was one of the debris things from the explosions.
Yes, and that's what kind of started his decline because I noticed it, bro. Like I've noticed later in his career where I'm just like Bruce didn't seem like his person. Because you look at Bruce in this film, he's full of personality, full of charisma. He's funny, and it seemed like later in his life, it seemed like that was just gone. I was like, what the fuck happened to him? And now, knowing what I know now, it's like, oh, it makes sense. He's not as quick-witted as he used to be.
I started to notice his decline when he was being interviewed during the premiere of the fifth Die Hard movie. I kind of noticed it then.
Yeah, he was kind of like slow in his speech and slow in his reactions. Yeah.
And now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. That's the last reaction to the whole thing.
Oh, you saw he blinked. The dude, the Dahmer, blinked when.
I saw that.
I was like, well, John, have him close his eyes.
Yeah, and then we find out that guy that got killed, he has a brother who happens to be the one that used the chainsaw.
Just me, Oos, day one-ish. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Carl.
Carl!
That's his name, Karl.
I love Carl in The Exorcist.
Yeah.
You blubbering Nazi pig! I'm gonna kill
him! Oh man, we had some fun watching that one.
Oh god, Carl was not fucking around. He said, "You call me a Nazi one more time, I'll whoop your ass."
you start calling me that, we're gonna have some fucking problems, bro.
But that dude was so drunk. He kept fucking with Carl all throughout the party, man. And he was like, "That's it, I'm gonna kill him."
He's like, "Man, fuck this, I'm done. Get over here."
Shout out to Carl, man. Carl was the MVP of The Exorcist, man. Love Carl.
No doubt about. Oh, nice poster. I see you. He's even looking at it.
You see, right there. Like that's something that any other normal man would do. Like they would stop to say it.
Oh, he's pissed. And I'd be pissed too if my brother was taken out.
But I started noticing the change in Bruce. I forgot what movie it was, but it was when it seemed like every week he was coming out with a new movie, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, because I'm like,
I'm gonna trace to see exactly where it happened. Hang on, when those directors.
Well, I know Tears of the Sun happened around 2002, 2003.
Yeah. And hold on, I'm gonna look at his filmograph.
Yeah, because it was like a 10-year stretch where he was just releasing just shitty movie after shitty movie after shitty movie.
It looks like after he had a cameo in that Sin City sequel, he ended up. That's when it started. So from 2014, he had a cinema run in that sequel to Unbreakable called Split. But he did a couple of direct-to-video ones after that. Then he ended up in Death Wish after doing about 4 or 5 more direct-to-video gigs. And then after that, 2 more. Then it was Glass. Then he was in the Lego Movie Part 2. Cameo was himself. And that was I guess you could say that was the final cinema movie he was in.
But there was also, real quick, I always thought these 2 chicks here, I always thought they were cute.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what the fuck you think I'm doing ordering a pizza?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta admit though, Carl had a badass fucking machine gun.
Yeah, it's a cool machine gun.
Yeah, it's that weapon's banned in the UK.
But we can also point to his health issues. But I did hear, that a lot of the reasons why he went to Bruce Willis went to direct video films is because apparently Hollywood studios and directors didn't want to deal with him because he did develop a reputation of being a ginormous dick.
Yeah, that kind of came to the surface when they were doing, I think it was Expendables 2. That's why he was never in the third one, because I think he was asking for quite a big sum of money to come back on part 3. So they said, nah, fuck you, and ended up getting Harrison Ford.
Yeah, fuck you. Kevin Smith, when he did Cop Out, he talks ad nauseum about how much he hated working with Bruce Willis. So that has something to do with it too, where he was just an asshole to people, and that's why Hollywood didn't really want to deal with him anymore. Which I'm just like, well, Bruce. I mean, you kind of got it coming, bro. You hear too many stories about someone being an asshole. You kind of got to believe it. Like, dude, stop being an asshole.
Yeah. But then all of a sudden, when you find out about his health stuff, that's when you kind of kick that aside because there's something else going on.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I said, like during some of the filming of some of the films, there were times where he was asking, "Hey, what am I doing here? What's going on?" And I heard one time they had to keep an eye on him when it came to firearms because there was one time he had one of them, and I think the safety was off. And I know that one of them mentioned that they had to feed his lines through an earpiece because that's how bad it got for him.
Yeah, that's how bad he couldn't remember his lines.
Yeah, and then trying to get a performance out of him. And then, like I said, when I saw the way he was declining, the first thing that came to my mind was Terry Gordy. Same shit.
And we just saw Reginald Bell Johnson, who will go on one of the greatest TV dads of all time, Carl Winslow. When did Family Matters start? Was it 1990?
I think so. Let me go look it up. Hang on. Family Matters. Yeah, it started in 1989 and it finished
89. Wow, a year after this. Okay.
Yeah. And then it finished in 97.
97, yeah.
8 years later, yeah. So that's what happened there with him.
Man, listen, man. Look, all due respect to Carl Winslow, Reginald Bell Johnson, but man, once I heard that he may be associated with the Puff Daddy shit, I'm just like, oh no.
Oh shit! If that's true,
apparently, Paul. He didn't tell Puff Daddy no when he be wanting to party.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. See, that's why. Yeah, Hollywood's so fucking weird, man. Like, Paul, I hope you make it, but please, I'm begging you, if you do make it, do not do no weird shit.
I'll try not to, and if I do, you can call me out on it.
Oh, gladly, because man, that guy needs to go to jail.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I ever make it as an actor or a photographer or model, I just want to have a decent career. I'm not asking a lot.
But yeah, that literally came out like a couple weeks ago when we was talking about it in Discord. Said apparently Carl Winslow was caught at a Puffy party, and it's like,
Jesus Christ, dude. Where do I begin?
Listen, just tell him no. You gotta tell him no. You gotta shout to Cat Williams, man. P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no.
I'll try, dude. Oh, fuck that. Oh no.
Oh hell no.
You know, call me crazy, but being a kid back then, I was convinced that's him actually hanging from an actual fucking vent. It looks that convincing.
It does. It does. I think it's. I think that's just that's a sound stage, but yeah, that shit looks horrifying. And then the gun's about to break.
And I thought the air vents in the Alien movies were bad.
Woo!
Oh,
Man, it's starting to break.
oh, I can't look. I can't look. Tell me when it's gone.
Oh yeah, it
Did it break yet?
not yet. It's
Oh shit!
yep.
I saw it.
Woo!
God damn it! And I'll tell you what. Hats off to Bruce Willis, but there's no way my fat ass is fitting through something that small.
Oh, here's the scene. Yep, here's the thumbnail. Yep, the iconic line.
Come up to the coast, get together, have a few laughs.
Have a few laughs.
Are you having fun yet? Oh shit!
We'll get together, have a few laughs.
How the hell are you gonna maneuver around in something that small?
He said, now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
Why?
Now when people, because people always ask, like, why is that so, like, prominent in the movie? I think he says that because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if either Holly told him this or maybe a buddy that recommended him come out to Holly. He's obviously mimicking someone that told him that he thought, okay, come out to the coast, it'll be relaxing, you can just chill, relax, and then as soon as he comes out there, it's fucking chaos.
I think it might have been either the guy snorting the coke or the guy who got shot in the head that told him that.
Well, yes.
Oh shit! He has got nowhere to go.
And look how it's claustrophobic.
Dude, I don't.
Now I think this is when the shirt gets real dirty.
Yeah, because like I said,
which makes sense because it's an air vent.
Yeah, and you imagine the dust and all kinds of shit in there. Oh boy!
God, look at that! Look at the hair on these guys. It's like a fucking 80s rock band.
I got hair like that still. But yeah, rock bands like Motley Crue, Skid Row, Poison, Rat, Quiet Riot, bands like that. There's Vigo. I mean,
he was such a lame villain.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, his career
went south. The portrait's scary as hell. But once he actually came into action, I'm just like, oh, he's kind of lame. Gozer was more threatening than him.
Yeah, and the fact that they brought Gozer back in Ghostbusters Afterlife was pretty cool.
It's like, who the fuck is driving this, Stevie Wonder?
Probably wishes it was. But yeah, man, that guy right now, he fucked up. Personal life wise. I swear I've seen that guy in the reception desk before in a film, but I can't remember the name.
I thought it was Huey Lewis when I first saw this.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And I was like, they got fucking Huey Lewis in this shit. It's the power of love.
A classic song to a classic movie.
He looks like Huey Lewis, though.
Cowboy boots, for crying out loud.
He looks dead like Huey Lewis. That's funny. Oh, is this the scene when? When John throws the body at Carl
literally throws it at him. Yeah, that's coming up in a bit. That's one way to get an attention, though.
Oh yeah, look at them cowboy boots.
You get them off JBL. Oh,
Yeah, but but John at this point is desperate. He's begging an officer to come and check the situation out because he doesn't want to deal with this shit no more.
Yeah, he's done. And I like the sound
He's
effects.
done.
I think the sound effects on here were pretty cool too, especially with that window crack. Just
oh, bro, like the gunshot effects, sound effects here. Oh, it sounds great because you know how we watch 80s action films.
yeah,
Those guns sound like 80s guns. Here,
exactly.
it sounds perfect.
Freeze, motherfucker! You put it out there.
Well, look how dirty he looks.
Damn.
Yeah, I think Bruce here actually permanently damaged his hearing in this particular scene here.
Well, yeah, I mean, you fired a gun in a short confined space, for crying out loud. That's going to happen. Oh, I forgot to mention also, this movie got selected for the Library of Congress and the Film Registry in 2017.
Yeah, right here. We shoot the gun under the table. Yep.
Yeah. He said, "Don't hesitate." Those sound effects, damn, dude.
Oh, you see those blood squibs? Oh.
Yeah, he's like he didn't blow his nuts out. But yeah, this movie ended up receiving 4 Academy nominations, man.
I love this. And I love he scares the shit out of the hell out of Carl Winslow when he does it too.
Listen to the sound effect when he goes crashing through that fucking cop car, man. It is such a sick sound, man.
And it makes sense. Carl Winslow, he doesn't want to deal with this shit. He just wants to go home. It's Christmas.
Yeah, he wants to eat his Twinkie. All right, listen.
That'll
do it. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
God damn it! I need to back up now! Now, God damn it, now! And he's still.
Oh no!
Like, what the fuck?
I totally forgot Argyle doesn't know what's going on.
This is funny as shit. I mean, all the fucking Twinkie bags in that car, man. How many of he adds? Jeez. He's like, fuck this.
Hey, listen. Hey, John had to do that. He had to do that, man.
He didn't have a choice. Oh, here comes Dick.
Yes, this is true. This man has no dick.
Yeah. And he was also in Ghostbusters as well.
No, God damn it, no!
Hey, the plan worked, didn't it?
It worked. It did work. Oh my God, that scene always made me laugh.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It's all part of the plan.
Again, he's just so calm and cool. Like he's like, everybody calm down. You know, police action was inevitable.
Yeah, he knew. He planned all this. He had this all pre-thought out.
Oh God, he's so smooth.
The only thing he didn't take into consideration is this guy showing up.
Like, do you really think that you could stop us? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Legendary line. Fucking smart ass for Mark there.
He's a smart ass. Yeah, that's what makes him great.
Especially when the LA cop has a go at him later on. You listen here, you little asshole. C4. And plenty of it. Mystery guest. That's pretty cool that they were able to use the 20th Century Fox offices to double for this plaza.
Oh yeah, nice see fuckface user offices.
Yeah. So any damages they did, they could pretty much incur the costs. Here it comes. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Love it.
Oh,
and I love how, and at this point, Hans doesn't really know who he is. He doesn't even know who Holly is yet.
Not yet. I'll go and steal one. Dude, you on the air?
Oh, look at his hair.
Oh, it's hideous. And the way he looks back, he's like, you motherfucker, you.
But I really do feel like that's how it'd be like in those local newscasts. Like they'd be pissed off when they have to put on a face, for the cameras.
Hey, I'm not surprised if something like that still happens today.
But yes, folks, we are watching Die Hard, folks. We are about an hour in. We still got a good hour left. Man, it's a long one, but it's flying by.
Yeah, we got about 62 minutes to go.
This is a great movie. Great movie, still great. It holds up great. You can watch this today and have a great time. Clearly, obviously.
36 years on, and this movie still stands the test of time. Why else would it be in the Congress library for?
Were you a Family Matters watcher, Paul?
I might have seen one or two episodes. I never got a chance to watch all of them because TV deals over here in the UK and in the US, they were different. So if we did get a show like that here, it would be a year after you guys had it. So I caught the tail end of some of it.
So Urkelmania was a thing over in the UK for you guys?
Yeah, we had a lot of distribution issues back in the day. Like anything like because we didn't have the internet, we didn't have digital releases back then. So if this was in the UK, it'd probably be on Sky, and Sky's like the biggest like satellite cable company in the UK. I didn't get Sky until 2002, so I had to stick with the 5 national channels only. So that's the only way I could watch stuff back then until 2002 when I was able to start watching everything. And then I caught up on it.
Oh, well, yes. Yeah, Family Matters, Urkelmania was huge at the stage. Steve Urkel literally became a part of pop culture, which is funny because when Family Matters initially started, it was pretty much supposed to be like a blue collar Cosby show. It's about this man, Carl Winslow, who's a cop in Chicago, going through everyday life trying to raise his family. Steve Urkel was just a side character. Like I'm pretty sure Family Matters fans know this. He was only supposed to be on one episode. He was supposed to be on one episode, or at least a handful of episodes. He was supposed to be the side character. And then Jaleel White, who plays Steve Urkel, was so good as Steve, they kept bringing him in, and they got to a point where he literally became the star of the show. The Winslow family became secondary.
it's kind of like the same thing with Daryl from The Walking Dead. It's like he started off as a small side character, but because he was so damn popular, he ended up becoming like one of the faces of the show.
Oh yeah, Paul Gleason, I think that's his name. He was
Yes.
the principal of Breakfast Club.
Yeah, and he was also in another movie that came out many years ago. I'm trying to see if I can get the name of it.
Said, next time I come in here, I'm cracking skulls.
Yeah.
2 months. 2 months, Bender. For 2 months, I got you.
I'm trying to remember what the name of that fucking movie was that he was in, because it was actually one of the first. It was actually the first movie that Roland Emmerich directed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But
I'm trying to
Breakfast
find the name of
Club 40th anniversary. There's a lot of movies celebrating its 40th anniversary this year.
Yeah, a lot of them. I mean, for some movies this year, it's now like 40 years and 30 years. I mean, like it's been 30 years since The Crow came out. It's been 40 years since Terminator and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction's another one. New Nightmare.
New Nightmare.
Yeah, just like a lot of movies around that time. That's what it was called. I got the name of it. In the US, it was called Hollywood Monster, but it was called Ghost Chase over here. It was actually the first film that Roland Emmerich did before he went on to do films like Universal Soldier and Independence Day. Paul Gleason was in that too.
Okay. Yeah, rest in peace to Paul Gleason, who passed away.
Yeah.
What I love about the Holly character is she's not a damsel. You know, she's independent, she's strong. No, she's not really. She hasn't really been scared about this whole ordeal here. She's kept calm.
And it was rare to see a female cast character like that in a film back then.
Yeah, she was strong, independent, not a damsel. You know, like you could buy that. That's John McClane's wife. Hell, I think there was actually an age gap too, because I think the girl who plays Holly was like in her early 40s, and I know Bruce was 32, 33 at the time, and Holly was in her early 40s.
Yeah, because right now, she's now 76. Bruce Willis is going to be 70 next March.
So 6 years older. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, not a big age gap, but 6 years. Yeah, that you're at the line there.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
That's why Paul Gleason. Paul Gleason here doesn't believe that John McClane's. Yeah, he doesn't. It could be a bartender for all we know.
Well, he's an LA.
He plays a dickhead. He plays an asshole so good.
Yeah. And plus, you know, he's one of those LA type cops. I'm not saying they're all like it, but he's that one where it's just like, yeah, right, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, what about the body that fell out the window? Probably some stockbroker that got depressed.
Oh, pissed off.
Okay.
Oh, those big ass search.
That's awesome. I got you in here for your natural born life. You want another? Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
I literally just watched because I think the date of when I always make sure I watch Breakfast Club. I think it was like the in the movie it took place in March 25th, 1984, Saturday,
yeah.
March 25th, 1984.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I always, every March 25th, I always make sure I watch that film. And you want to talk about one of the most important movies of all time. It is amazing how relevant that movie still is to this very day. When you think of the concept of the movie, we have these these six different personalities that we could all see ourselves as, and they're different, but when they hang out for this one day, they find out they're more alike than they know. And it's one of my favorite John Hughes films. I miss John Hughes, man. I really do. I miss him so much, man.
He made some really good classic movies. I mean, like
he made
the
classics,
National Lampoon movies,
bro.
the Home Alone films, Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, which
Planes,
to this day,
Uncle Buck.
Yeah, Uncle Buck, that's a good one.
Uncle Buck, 16 Candles, like Weird Science, man. It's when him and Harold Ramis and when him and Harold Ramis and John Candy and all those guys passed away, to me, comedy took a huge hit after they passed. Huge hit. Yeah.
No doubt.
And in my opinion, Paul still hasn't recovered.
Nah. Like I said to you a while back, man, like when it comes to comedies, most of the comedies I prefer watching is from the 80s and the 90s. It's rare for me nowadays to find a modern comedy where I can just sit back and say, hey, you know what? That was actually pretty cool. I think in terms of the most recent comedies that I like, and this is just my personal preferences, but for me, it would be the Jackass films and the Ted films. They're the recent comedies that I'd be like, yeah, I can kick back and watch and laugh my ass off watching those.
The last comedy I remember actually laughing and enjoying. I want to say maybe the first Hangover.
Yeah, I did try to watch
the Hangover, the first one. I thought Tropic Thunder was hilarious.
Oh, Tropic Thunder was good.
God, fuck. There's a couple more there. Fun Neighbors was the first Neighbors movie I thought was good. But in terms of but I think what the problem with comedies nowadays, it's that one, it's the climate we're living in. You can't say or do certain things anymore, and two, people would think what comedy is gross out humor, like fart jokes or vagina jokes or hey, if I cuss a lot, that will make it funny. No. Like what John Hughes was really good at was through funny dialogue, funny situation, in realistic situations, and you have the talent that can execute that material. It's just for reason it feels like a lost art now. Like comedy feels like a lost art.
Yeah, it does, because nowadays you gotta play it safe. You can't go all out like you used to. I mean, like there are certain movies now you just can't get away with doing. Like Blazing Saddles would be one of them.
Oh, Paul, I'm glad you said that. Literally last night, I was watching Trading Places.
Right.
And I'm watching Trading Places, and good 85% of that film would not fly today at all.
It wouldn't. It's just not happening.
It's just not gonna happen. Like it would not. Like Dan Aykroyd with the blackface, bro.
Yeah. I know, right?
There'll be so many sensitive people.
Yeah, I mean, like the shit that they
a lot of those early 80s, early mid 80s comedies would not make it today.
Yeah,
It's
especially like
unfortunate. Hell, not even the. I don't think even the first, not even the first two American Pies would fly today.
not even the Police Academy movies, first two, that
Oh,
is.
Police Academy.
Yeah, especially that bit where that Hooks runs over that guy's foot and he calls her a certain name, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
I
wouldn't
can't
work.
say it here. I can't say it here because we'll get kicked off the stream. But you know where I'm going.
Just go watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because I watch these comedies now and people will be like, "Oh, this movie's hilarious! It's hilarious!" And I'm just like, I got a couple chuckles out of it, but
yeah. And when I tell people that I prefer some of the older comedies, people look at me all weird, like saying, "Oh, you're part of," and I'm just like, "No, I just think that back then comedies were funny, and if you look at the context, you know, you just look past that.
Get off my lawn!
Yeah, like everybody. I guess you could say I'm kind of like the get off my lawn type guy from Gran Torino. I'm probably like that in terms of my approach when it comes to comedies. Like comedy's subjective, you know.
I love this part.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it.
And then he's like again, he's thinking shit on the fly. He's not used to this because he's about to toss that C4 down the shaft, and then he's not anticipating the explosion. So let's see, he takes another jerkweed, and then he's not anticipating the flames to come back up towards him.
Here we go.
Oh shit!
I love this. I love the sound effect of this. Listen to this.
Geronimo, motherfucker! Now watch this. He's not anticipating the flames come back. Oh, looks great.
The sound effects to it. Fucking. Here it comes.
Right here.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! He's not used to this. Like,
you're hitting us with artillery, you idiot! It's not the police. It's him.
It's him. He's such a great heel.
Oh man, they blew the shit out of that.
Even during this, Hans is still calm. He's still cool.
Despite the fact that the whole front entrance just got blown up. Yeah, we got it, dude. We got it.
Well, this actor here, Peck from the first Ghostbusters, apparently, there's a psychiatrist for the Lethal Weapon films. Apparently, his life was hell after Ghostbusters. Like, people legit hated him after the release of Ghostbusters. Like, they said he couldn't go out to a bar, he couldn't go out to a restaurant without people calling him a piece of shit, wanting to fight him.
And if you can believe this, he's actually in the new Ghostbusters movie, Frozen Empire.
As Peck?
Yep.
Hilarious.
And I don't give a shit what the critics have said. If you look at the Rotten Tomato comparisons between the critics and the people that went and watched it, the critics shitted on Frozen Empire, but the people who went and watched it said, no, this is actually a good movie. What the hell are you talking about? I went and watched it, and I really enjoyed it, too. Oh, here we go. A little exchange between these two. In charge my ass. I just love that exchange back at him. He's just like, I got nothing.
Again, just goes to show John McClane's personality.
Yeah, the way he just handed that walkie-talkie, but he's like, I got nothing. I can't come back from that.
And I love this relationship between Winslow. I'm sorry, his name is Redfield Bell Johnson, but he's always called Winslow every time I see him in a police uniform. But but he's pretty much being John's moral support.
Compass,
moral compass in this film, because because he's trying to keep John, his spirits up, because there's moments where John's like, man, I don't know, and he keeps John motivated. It's a really good relationship with those. Oh God, Ellis, fucking, oh God, sit your ass down.
It's a shame that their relationship never went past part 2.
This man, Ellis, this man was dead the second he walked into that office.
He's a fucking idiot. There's an echo on my end. But yeah, this dude is an idiot for just doing what he's doing. He thinks he could bullshit his way into bringing the guy over to him. He's saying, yeah, I know him. I can bring him in. Bullshit, you can bring him in.
Hans, Booby. Booby.
God damn.
And he's high on coke, thinking he could sell, because he's coming at this as a salesman. He's like, I just did $1 million deals and $1 million deals. I'm like, man, this is not Hans, Booby. I'm your white knight.
He is tripping balls. Look at his eyes, man. Look at him.
And Mallory's face expressions is just great in this scene.
Yeah, he's like, I can give him to you.
I can give him to you.
Look at that shit eating.
And Hans knows he's bullshitting, but he's just going along with it.
Yeah, he knows. Oh, Twinkies. Don't get me started on Twinkies, man. I'm thinking Zombieland with Tallahassee. That's another good comedy I got to point out about Zombieland. Mm-hmm. See, he's trying to keep his spirits up here. Small talk. Oh, here we go. Now Gruber knows who this is. There you go. I think James just vanished for a minute, guys. But yeah, like this scene here, man, where Ellis thinks he's going to be able to bullshit his way into getting McClane to come over. Like, I don't know what this guy was thinking. I don't know if he was trying to save his own skin.
Now Hans knows. Now he knows his name. And now John starts to get a little nervous now, because Hans is now one step closer to know who Holly is.
Yeah. And when that happens, all bets are off.
Yeah, well, yeah, that right. So she's bait. She's bait right there.
Yeah. So he has to try and now work fast to try and stop these assholes, but also try to make sure that her cover's not blown.
Take a look at John's face. He said, Ellis, what else did you tell them? Yeah, well, Ellis, what have you told them? Like, he's nervous now.
I fucking would be too. If I got a cokehead like that trying to give up all my secrets. Speaking of coke, ironic. He's getting a can of coke.
I know, right?
The irony. Fucking let him kill you. You're a douchebag for trying to negotiate this shit. Oh, dude, look how fake that skyline is back there. Dude, he needs to be shot just for wearing that crappy ass checkered suit. I wouldn't be seen dead in that. Method actor. What he just said. What he just said. And you can see it in his face. He's like, oh, shit. And Khan's like, well. Yeah, he knows. He knows. Here's one of the rare moments where Gruber does raise his voice. Coming up right now. There you go. He's starting to lose his cool here.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck
John McClane's. What he just said. Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, Ellis did not. Dumbass Ellis did not think this through at all.
His brain cells left when he started snorting it. Oh, shut up, dude. Just having a drink here.
Yeah, when did Die Hard 2 come out? Like 90, right?
Hang on, let me check. I think it was because I know this came out in 1988, so they did a second one about 2 years later. Because this one came out in July 15th. And Die Hard.
That's another thing. That's another thing. How the fuck is it a Christmas movie and it comes out in the summer?
I don't fucking know. But I can tell you right now, Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2.
Up on this ball.
Die Hard 2 came out on July 4th, 1990. And that was a Christmas themed movie. Coming out on Independence Day?
Oh my goodness. And Die Hard with a Vengeance. I know it came out in 94, right?
No, Die Hard with a Vengeance came out on May 19th, 1995. Just don't mention that release date to Kane.
Oh, that's right.
And we wouldn't see another Die Hard movie again for 12 years. And then 12 years later, we finally get Live Free and Die Hard. Or in the UK, it's called Die Hard 4.0. They changed the name over here. I don't know why. But that came out on the 27th of June, 2007. And then the fifth and final movie, Good Day to Die Hard, dropped on February 14th, 2013.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Die Hard 4, I always thought was really good because this is when the tech heavy Die Hard. This was like 2007, 2008, when society was really moving forward with with technology. It's like I think it was just ahead of its time. I think people were ready for it.
I thought the villain was pretty cool too. I mean, Timothy was in there, and it was directed by Len Wiseman, who's best known for the Underworld series. And also, I got to put this out there too, and I can't believe they did this, but Die Hard 4 was the first movie in the series to get a PG-13.
I do know there's a rated R version out as well.
Yes, there is. They eventually released that on DVD and Blu-ray. Well, on DVD. I did remember having the uncut version on DVD, but apparently the Blu-ray edition, which I have, is not that version. But I do know they did the same thing with Die Hard 5, and I remember that was a 12 here in the UK. I was like, what the fuck? And then they eventually released the uncut version of that when it came on Blu-ray. I've got that one.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense to me. Like, why would you make a Die Hard film PG-13?
Well, At the time, PG-13 films were big money back then. Nobody was willing to drop a big money budget on a film that was R-rated. So Die Hard
That's
4,
true.
yeah, because Die Hard 4's budget was 110 million, and the studio was not willing to give an R rating for a film with that kind of money. That quickly changed though when I guess you could say Mad Max Fury Road came out. That was R rated, and that had a budget of 100 million because originally they were going to release a PG-13 film, and the test audience fucking hated it. So Warner Brothers was like, "All right, we'll do the R-rated version instead," and good thing they did too. And the highest grossing R-rated movie and the only R-rated movie to make $1 billion, that's The Joker. And the highest grossing R-rated horror film is It.
Oh yeah, this is when when John and Hans meet face to face. Now, and they don't know like what each other looks like.
No, they don't.
Yeah, but I think John introduces himself, and that's when Hans knows.
Yeah, and he introduces himself as Bill Clay.
I love the act here. Like he turned off his, I think it's German or Russian accent.
German.
And he switched to an American accent.
And again, credit to Alan Rickman, because Alan Rickman is a British actor. How he's able to get these accents going, man. I mean, that's like true acting performances right there. If you're able to adapt to that kind of accent.
Well, I mean, it's not really an act. I mean, Becky Lynch can go from Irish to Valley Girl quickly.
This is true. I mean, but that's my problem with acting, because when it comes to when I'm talking, and I had this trouble when I was in college, people thought I was from the US because of the way I sound, but that's not the case. I can't do a British accent to save my life, unfortunately. And people was wondering, how did you end up sticking like that? I said, well, watched a lot of movies growing up when I was a kid, so that's how I learned to speak. Oh, funny that Robert Darby and the other guy here, the one with the red tie, ironically enough, they both ended up in Maniac Cop 3.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, I remember Robert Darby and Predator 2.
Yep.
All I expect is a little cooperation.
Now get back to your cage and out of auto. Yeah, that would piss Danny Glover off right there and then.
I was sorry,
No. It ain't worth it, man. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. In my opinion, the most underrated sequel in movie history. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Dude, Predator 2 was really good. I enjoyed it.
I love Predator 2.
Yeah. There were some really cool moments. I mean, that scene with the fucking train, that used to creep me out, man.
Now, Paul, when could you say, because apparently the scene comes off as that John McClane knows that's Hans. When do you say he figured that out?
Probably figured it out the moment he tried to go for that gun that he had hidden. Or maybe here because he said his name was Bill Clay, and he saw the sign and thought, oh, yeah.
Okay. But didn't he, like that scene when he was on the elevator, when he said Dahmer, like, did he see Hans there?
Yeah, you're right, because he was looking through that vent a little bit.
I don't know if he got a good look at him, but didn't he see him there too?
Yeah, he did. He was in view.
Like, because he gave him a gun with no bullets. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was in view of that vent. So even if you don't see much, you can see enough. And if you're a cop, you're trained for that kind of thing.
And it also shows that he's not, that John's not, he's not stupid.
No, he's not.
Yeah, okay,
That's why
German. Okay.
That's why when you see him looking back, he's like, "Oh, so here you are." There you go.
Now, Paul. Now, how do you feel about them meeting up here in the middle of the movie? Not the middle, but like a third of the way through, instead of at the end.
It's a smart move, especially for a film like this.
Okay.
Because normally
I never had a problem with it, but I've seen a couple of people that that had problems with it, that they met too early. I'm like, I personally didn't have a problem with it.
No, I think it's fine. Yep, he knows. I'm gonna count to 3. Well, there you go. And here's a moment where John wishes he had shoes.
Bro, I cringe every time I watch the scene, man.
I've had glass in my feet. It's not fun.
Oh God! Shoot, because all those blood squibs. Oh God!
Oh, head first through the fucking window too. I don't know what he said in German, but I think it was some kind of swear word.
See how realistic that looked?
Yeah, he blew his knees right out. And I think RoboCop kind of started the whole highly detailed blood squib thing. Because the squibs on that, man.
Shoot the glass. Shoot the goddamn glass.
Yep. There we go.
Shoot the fucking glass.
That's how I'd have said it.
And this is but this is the moment, Paul. This is the moment when he's when his feet get fucked up by that glass. That's the moment. That's the moment where John starts to doubt himself.
I mean, think about this. Like, he's getting glass shot everywhere. He's got nowhere to go. He has to move because his feet were not cut at this point, but they were when he had to run. He didn't have a choice here. Because look at his feet right now surrounded. There's the exit. There's the glass. There's your luck.
Woo!
You're shit out of luck.
Again, making him vulnerable.
Yeah. And like I said,
make you want to root for him. Because he's not Superman. He's not Hulk Hogan.
No, he is not. I like the way Carl looks back at him when he says this, because he's not satisfied. He's still pissed off about his brother being killed. I would be too.
Yeah, I think that actor passed away like in the early 90s.
Yes, he did. Let me see what I can find on that. Hold on. His name was Carl. Yeah, Alexander Goodenough. He was he passed away in 1995, and he was 45 at that point. It's a shame too, because he had a good career going for him at this point. The last film he did was a film called Dogfighters.
Okay.
But he was also in a Waxwork sequel. I didn't even know there was a sequel to Waxwork. Not bad. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've
look at that blood. Oh,
I've had glass in my feet, dude. It is not fun, and you will bleed like that if you get hit. If it's in a certain part of your foot, depending on how big the glass is and how much you have in your feet, it sucks. So, boys and girls, make sure you're wearing shoes if you're out and about.
Yeah, don't walk anywhere where glasses around.
Yeah, or you'll end up like this. I mean, here it comes. When you see this, I'm just. I don't get squeamish a lot, but. Fuck. That sucks.
Now I think this is the scene here where he tells Winslow.
Yeah, where he tells him he shot a kid on the beat,
which that comes into play later in the film. But John tells Carl, like, listen, I want you to like talk to my wife if I don't make it, because he starts to doubt himself.
Yeah, because the odds are stacked
like
against him.
It's becoming too much.
I'd have folded a long time ago.
Like, we didn't see that with action heroes up to this point, where they appear this human. Like he's been getting his feet's been cut up. He's dirty. He's gonna get shot at some point in this movie. Like you never saw that. Like, because again, we saw the Van Dams and the Schwarzeneggers and the Stallones. They're invincible.
Yeah, like this is what made the first Die Hard movie and John McClane unique, because
I will say this, Paul. This movie, Bruce Willis as John McClane, made it possible for guys like Tom Cruise, Matt Damon, and all those guys to look like action stars.
Yeah, like this is the movie that opened that
floodgate. Opened the door.
Yeah. Because if he can do it, then anybody can play
this, if you wasn't like 6'3", 300 pounds of solid muscle, you couldn't be an action star. Bruce Willis made it possible.
Yeah, he broke that mold. So, like, a guy like me, I'm nowhere in that kind of shape, but it gives me the impression that, hey, I could probably do this too.
Well, I mean, Bruce Willis, he's not in Arnold Stallone, but he's still in good shape.
Exactly. Oh my God, I fucking recognize the guy in the orange hat.
I do too. He was I remember him as the limo driver, The Burbs, and I remember him as the limo driver for Blank Check, one of my favorite Disney films.
He was also on Gremlins 2, that security guy.
Is he still around? So I got a feeling he's dead.
What's his fucking name again? I'm gonna look up The Burbs. Give me a second. I'll see if he's around or not. He played Art, didn't he?
Right. I ain't seen him in shit else since the 90s.
Yeah, he died in 2015. He was only 62. He died from shit. This is why I need to start losing weight, dude. He died complications of diabetes. Yeah, we got to get in shape, man. But the final film he did was in 2004 called Funky Monkey. Well, they cracked the vote. All right, James. You cracked the vote open and you had all this kind of money, yours for the taking. What are you doing?
Man, there'll be no more Gorehounds show. There'll be no more PrimeTime. Their fuck wrestling career. Like, y'all will never see me again.
Hey, for me, it's party time. I'm gonna make sure my mom gets some of that money too. Of course.
No. Party time. I'm hoping I'm on some no Puff Daddy shit.
I'm not going to be doing that kind of party.
Okay, all right, okay. But when you say party nowadays, it's just like, okay, well, what kind of party are we talking here?
Well, I'll tell you right now, There's going to be a lot of Venice Carnival trips in my future with that kind of money.
There you go. There you go.
Can you imagine the kind of costumes I'm going to put together with that kind of cash?
Somebody you got $600 million, you'll spend it all on Carnival, on the Venice Carnival trips.
Fuck yeah, bro!
Oh, that's awesome.
Like ever since I went to that Venice Carnival the very first time, man, and I never thought I'd end up enjoying stuff like that, and I did, you know, and the amount of people I became friends with, that's the biggest reason why I went back. It's like seeing it is one thing, right? But being there, whole different experience. I mean, fucking hell, Coolio was at one of those Venice Carnival events. Think about that.
Wait, you said Coolio?
Yes, there is a YouTube video of it. I will find it and show you. Give me a second.
Gangsters Paradise, Coolio?
Yes, that Coolio. Where do you think he got some of his inspiration for those music videos from, huh?
But makes sense.
I will show you.
Oh, look at his feet. Oh!
All right. Yeah, and he's using a dirty t-shirt to wrap it up. Not good. Hold on. Here you go. Found it. This was in 2008. And it's in your chat box right now.
Oh. Well, damn.
There you go. Like I said, man, seeing it on TV or YouTube is one thing. Being there, even just to take photos, or even if you're lucky enough to have a costume and take part, bro, whole different experience. Just get used to having photos taken to you quite a lot, because it will happen a lot, believe me. But yeah, here you go. He's doubting himself. He knows the writing's on the wall. He might not make it out of this.
Yeah. He says, tell my wife I love her. I'm sorry if I don't make it. Like, it's starting to wear on him, because the guy's been through hell up to this point.
This is like the roughest night of his life at this time.
Yeah, there he is. He said, you tell her that yourself. You're gonna make it out of there. Like he's keeping his spirits up.
Yeah,
and that's why I say I'm glad they did it. But a diehard prequel will be stupid. Be stupid.
They could have done it.
Because I'm like, I would literally go to that person. I'm like, you clearly do not understand what Die Hard truly means.
I'm gonna see what's going on with the franchise right now. Give me a second.
Like John McClane before 1988 was a regular street cop that's never been in situations like this before. You kill it by making a Die Hard sequel, because you're gonna have to make it a Die Hard. In John Hart, we're gonna have to make it a Die Hard film in John McClane's rookie year, where he's never been in situations like this before. Like, that's the point.
Here you go. I found the Wikipedia on that comic book I was telling you about that I did read. I'm gonna send it to you. But this is what their plan was right there.
It's fucking dumb. That's dumb.
A film adaptation has been in development hell since 2017. So they still want to do it, but they just don't know when. Hang on. Cancelled film adaptation. Let me look this up.
No, I mean, no.
Yes. Yeah,
I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it. Yeah, good. Should be canceled. Fuck that movie. Should be.
Oh, Carl found him. And you know this is personal right now.
And this is when now this is John with his back against the wall now.
And he's going in fist flying at this point.
Now keep in mind, he's on one, like, what? Both his feet is fucked.
One of them. It was just 1 foot.
Well, one of them, his feet is fucked. You know, like this is a great fight scene.
Yeah, which way he's punching? He's just gonna keep going. Keep punching, dude.
Well, again, he's a street guy from New York, so makes sense.
It's got nothing to lose now at this point.
Oh, these dumbass FBI agents. Oh, yeah, this is when shit hits the fan.
Oh man, those fucking TVs.
Ah, shit. And this is why she punches that reporter. Because he pretty much, yeah.
Oh, you shit. Well, that's it.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
And the way he's looking when he fires the gun, look at this. Even then, he was calm shooting that.
Dude, the way he ran out and shot the gun in the air was always made me laugh. It felt like it looked like a ballerina.
He almost slipped, by the way, when you saw the way he was skidding.
Yeah, it literally felt like it literally was like a dance routine. That was hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's almost like a disco moment.
Mrs. McClane, how nice of you to make your acquaintance.
Yeah. Oh, he's going for it here.
Like hear the passion, Bruce. Like you don't get in this last like fucking 20 movies. You don't get that no more.
Dude, he had that fire in his stomach there with that scene. But
these dumbass FBI agents.
Oh, dude, look at the fucking blue screen. You can see it on the outline of his fucking helmet.
He's like, I'm on your side, assholes. I think that's what he says.
Yeah, just like fucking Saigon. Hey, Slick. I was in junior high, dickhead.
Oh, God.
And that dude with a gun there, he's been in several films, like a couple of John Carpenter ones, like Big Trouble in Little China, They Live. He was in Lethal Weapon 1, Black Rain as well. Let's not forget that.
And right here, like I think he gets shot in the back in the shoulder here in this fight scene.
He does.
Yeah, you didn't see your heroes like get hurt like this.
Oh man, he got him good there.
He got him, yeah.
Got him right in the shoulder blade. That's gonna fuck your arm up. I know that.
Like this is the most vulnerable, most relatable action star ever.
Yeah. What he just said.
Now this always makes me laugh. Why is Holly's like? Why is her breasts damn near out?
I don't know. To try and get some of the.
I'm not complaining, but I just always thought that was really weird. How her breast is just out. Like,
I think it's for the male theater audience, so they can watch it and be like, "Woo, okay, that's cool."
But we never. Okay, I guess. I'm not complaining. It's just like why?
I don't know. That's how they did it back then, I guess. Oh, and this. Ooh. Hit the damn wall. How's that feel, dude? You can go join your bro.
Oh yeah, we're about to get one of the most iconic shots in movie history.
Oh yeah, this scene coming up, man. I just remember when I saw this, I was like, "Holy shit!" When I saw
that's a badass shot.
Yeah, that chopper gets literally. They got hellfire coming at them next.
They're fucking idiots.
Yeah, like why would you? Never mind. Blow the roof. His face when he realized, he's like, oh shit.
Oh, look at that blood splatter.
Yeah, like I said, you don't do them like this anymore. Like I said, we do sometimes see films that still uses squibs. It's just not as frequent as it used to be anymore.
No, it's not.
It's all about CG gunshots now.
Get off the roof! Get off the fucking roof! He's just starts shooting in the air.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it.
There's one terrace on top of the roof.
We're shooting this gun in the air. Like, come on now.
He's like, I'm on your side, assholes!
Dude, I'm amazed he's still running and jumping off high places with that fucked up foot. Hey, did you see did you notice on the other foot he had like a fake trainer that looked like a foot? Did you see that?
I think Bruce Willis has like fake feet.
Yeah, I saw that. I never spotted it before, but I definitely noticed it then. And he's talking to himself. He's like, man, what the fuck am I doing?
Again, I love stuff like that, because it's relatable,
Yeah.
Like this is a guy this guy is he's just thinking of shit on the fly,
Yeah. This is not how he wanted to spend his Christmas.
Oh, there's Huey Lewis.
Yep.
That is not hip to be square.
I can't hear that song the same way after watching American Psycho.
I know, right?
Yeah. Hey, Paul! Ah! Just go
Here it comes.
Bastard!
Here it comes.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, it's a badass shot.
Geronimo.
Right there.
Boom. And that explosion sound effect. Listen. Can you imagine how that would have sounded in the cinema?
Oh, it was so cool in the cinema.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, maybe on its 40th anniversary, they should release it in the cinema. Put it in IMAX as well. I would.
You know what's amazing, Paul? Is that Bruce Willis, he wasn't even the first choice for this movie. Because I think initially this was supposed to be like the sequel to Commando.
Really?
Yes, initially, yes, but that fell through. I think a bunch of people, they offered a bunch of people for the role of John McClane. I think Stallone, Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I'm seeing the names on here.
Yeah. Bruce Willis was like the last on the totem pole.
Listen to these names: Sylvester Stallone, Richard Gere, Clint Eastwood, Harrison Ford, Burt Reynolds, Nick Nolte, fucking Mel Gibson, Don Johnson, Richard Dean Anderson, Paul Newman, James Cain, and Al Pacino.
Wow.
Were among some of those names. Bruce Willis was the last name on the list, literally.
Well, because up to this point, all Bruce did was the show Moonlight. That was what he was known for, which I think was a comedic role, and apparently 20th Century Fuckface was so insecure about Bruce Willis being the lead. The iconic poster of the building and his face. His face wasn't even on the poster.
Damn.
His face was not on the poster. They hid his face because they thought the audience wouldn't buy Bruce Willis. And then, of course, once the movie became a smash hit, then that's when they photoshopped his face on the poster.
Well, this movie went on to make about 141 million, but I can tell you right now, the highest grossing movie in the series is Die Hard 4. It made about nearly 400 million.
But that is hilarious to me. Where even the movie studio was like, I don't know about this Bruce Willis guy.
Yeah, they did not have a lot of faith in him, and then when they saw the money it was making, they thought, all right, we need to get him on there.
He didn't have the look,
Exactly, he didn't have that. because everything back then there was a certain look and a certain tone that they wanted, and like you said earlier, I mean, he broke that mold. Oh, this guy's about to get punched out. This is sound effect when he gets punched out is funny. It's just
Argyle, Argyle was coming in clutch because that was gonna be their escape.
yeah. And just think, I'm guessing that's the only villain in this gang that survived. He's in jail right now. Oh, all those give me those bearer bonds. At least give me 5
Hans!
of them. Hi, Annie. Man, he has been through enough right now.
He's been through hell, man.
He's done. He just wants to get this over with now at this point. And yep, that's what this was all about, dude. It was just a fucking robbery. And that's been the theme throughout most of these Die Hard films. It's always been a heist.
And I love how he's dragging his foot. You see the trail.
Yeah. He was running on it earlier, but okay. But yeah, he's been through enough at this point. Look at that shit on the floor.
Like this is John McClane reaching his arc here, or he like this regular everyday man caused all this. Like he caused all, because really, what if John's not there? Oh, Hans gets away with this easy, but
yeah, he would have got away with it, and everybody on that tower would have been dead.
He would have gotten away with it, man.
Would have gotten away with all of it. And all it took was one random cop to fuck it all up for him.
And that's what makes, again, like in the later films, he's much more calmer and confident. Because everything that happens in this film, like you said, he's battle tested. He knows how to handle it now.
Yeah, like remember that bit on Die Hard 4? It's like, hey, you act like you've done this before. Yeah, but not for a long time.
There you go.
So he had a 12-year break. And then
what's so great that in one of the greatest deaths.
Yeah.
Like what's so great about Alfred's death here? Apparently,
he was gonna bring her down.
No, because apparently Alan Rickman's face here is legitimate, because I think the stunt person, because obviously it's not on a real building, but they were supposed to let go. They were supposed to let go of Alan so he could do his stunt,
yeah,
and it was supposed to go like.
I like the way he was looking.
But see, look at his face. That's legit, because the person let go.
Like, yeah, he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, because the person let go too early. Like, can you imagine being that guy? Whee! And it just falls on a big ass bat. But yeah, apparently the person, like, because Alan thought it was going 3, 2, 1, then go, but apparently the guy it went 3, 2, and dude just let go, and Alan was legit like, fuck. That's a great death. Great death. Look at all this. Look at all that destruction. Look at all that chaos. And there's John and Holly. And this is when, and this is what brings John and Holly together. Like she literally falls in love with John all over again. Bruce and Bruce and Carl finally a meeting. It would be great if we saw them after more than after 2. That's awesome. Yeah, but she's like I'm Holly McClane. She claims the McClane name. It's a Paul Gleason. Such an asshole. He was gonna hit him. He was going to hit him. Well, Carl's still alive, and Christopher Johnson uses his gun. He used his gun to save people. Save John's life. I like that had a story arc to it. there's Argyle.
Oh shit!
So
I just realized my mic was off. Fuck. You can hear me now, yeah?
Yes.
All right,
And she
cool.
just punches him.
I just love that punch sound.
Yeah, she got a nice right hook. God damn.
Yeah, she fucking clocked him one.
Yep, and this is when Holly's like, and Holly's gonna fuck the shit out of John McClane. And he deserves it, god damn it.
He deserves his flowers after all he's gone through.
He deserves everything that's going on. So Holly, you better take care of that man when he gets all rested up.
How is that limo still driving after it got wrecked the way it did? But there you go. That's it.
Yep, and that is Die Hard, folks, from 1988. Great, still a great film. One of the greatest action movies of all time. You got a great babyface in John McClane, Bruce Willis. Great heel in Alan Rickman. Great storyline. Satisfying ending. Great side characters. There's really nothing about this movie that I really can't think of a negative about this movie. No. This movie is damn near as perfect as you can get.
There's nothing negative to say about it at all. I mean, this is like the perfect action movie in a way.
It's a quintessential action movie. Yes.
Everything you want to see and expect in an action movie, this movie capitalized on all of it and delivered.
It does, and especially considering how much of an underdog Bruce Willis was coming into this.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He was like the greatest underdog in action movies at this point in time.
You can literally make that case. You can literally make the case that he's probably the greatest underdog because because like I said, he opened the door. Like I said, for guys like Tom Cruise, for guys like Matt Damon, for guys like Ben Affleck, Keanu Reeves, like the average everyday looking man can be an action star. It doesn't have to be like I said, you don't have to be pure muscle to come across as an action star. And this movie's fucking great. It's still great, still holds up. One of the greatest action films of all time. I have no complaints. Paul, any last thoughts you have on Die Hard?
Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. It's been 36 years since this movie came out. There's a reason why this movie ended up on the film registry, and it's hands down like it's one of the greatest action films ever made. And I'm not just talking about in the US. I'm talking period. Like this movie had everything. You had a decent story. You had likable, relatable characters. You had comedy. You had action. You had suspense. You had all the ingredients you would find in a movie was here. And most of the times, you usually get 99% or 95% of that in films. This movie is one of those rare occasions where it had all the ingredients all clicking all at one time in this. And Bruce Willis again, he was the last person everybody expected him to be an action star, and he broke that mold for a lot of these other actors that you wouldn't think would end up having the ability to be in an action movie or be an action star. Like like you were saying, Tom Cruise, best example of that, the Mission Impossible movies. Matt Damon, the Bourne series. He Bruce Willis opened that door for the kind of actor that they have the ability to do action, but came at a time when action stars had to be a certain way and look a certain way and act a certain way. And Bruce Willis's character is like, nah, fuck that. We're changing all the rules and we're gonna and he broke that mold. And this movie ended up being that successful. We ended up getting 4 more movies out of this. And 4 out of 5 movies ain't bad. I'll say that much. So yeah, and also this is the movie that put him on the map for a lot of the movies we've had. And he's had a
Oh
very
yeah, this movie made him. This movie made him a star. Absolutely.
this is the film that did it. And for better or for worse, some of his movies were cool and some of them were not. But at the end of the day, he is a Hollywood legend, and this is the movie that started it all for him. And again, nothing bad to say about this movie. Fucking 10 out of 10. Everybody was on point.
Good shit. Good shit. Great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
All right, so Paul, why don't you mind telling to find out? Now, the past couple of weeks has been on a Thursday, because my booking is starting to pick up now. So we'll see by next week. By next Tuesday, I'll know for sure if we may have to switch these for Thursdays for the time being. So just be on the lookout for that. But for the next episode of PrimeTime Gorehounds, we go from one classic movie to another classic movie, one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. Paul, what is your choice for the next movie to watch to remind the people?
Well, this movie has no need for introduction, but for those who don't know what I'm talking about or what James is talking about, where the fuck have you been? This movie I'm about to bring out is not only one of the best movies of the 80s, it's one of the best sci-fi sequels ever made. This movie has made a lasting impact on a lot of people.
One of the best movies ever, Paul. One of the best movies ever.
Yes, it's one of the best movies ever made. It's one of the best, and let's go ahead and say it. Fuck it. This is the best movie in the series. I may have my favorites in this series, but this one right here is the top dog. So, next week, guys,
I love aliens. I love aliens. Oh, man.
Get your motion trackers out and your pulse rifles ready, folks. It's the director's cut version of Aliens. 150 minutes of it. Let's fucking get it.
Now, I love Aliens. Oh, but man, but Alien is right up there. I think what edges out Aliens for me is because the horror aspect, but the action aspect as well, and the story is just fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, Yes, you got Sigourney Weaver. You got Michael Biehn coming straight off the set of fucking Terminator. You got arguably Bill Paxton's best performance. You got James Cameron when he actually fucking tried and cared about his projects. Now, Paul, I may warn you, you may get a James Cameron rant out of me when watching Aliens because I fucking hate what he's become so much. I hate what he's become.
Well, you do know, like I said, I've watched a bunch of his movies, including Titanic and Avatar. So I get where you're going.
Last great movie he's had was True Lies. Yes, I said it.
You've said it numerous times in the past, dude.
And that was
get it,
30 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It has been 30 years this year. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, Aliens is our next pick. And what have you got?
Well, after a nice 2-week, detour, we're gonna go back into the horror road. It's a movie that I watched a long time ago that I had no faith in. I thought it was gonna be terrible, but it was a movie that I really, really enjoyed and has gotten greatly underrated as the years went on. I think the concept is dope. It just got completely underrated to a point where it's a movie no one really talks about. So for episode 90 of the Primetime Gorehounds, it's going to be a movie called Unfriended.
Oh, yeah. I remember this one. That's that one where it's like the whole movie is like completely told on like a social media Skype call or some shit. I remember
on a Skype call. The whole movie's on a Skype call. Yes.
It's funny because I actually tricked my my brother that this was an actual live Skype call that I was taking part in, and he got so suckered into it until we get there when we get to the end. But yeah, I made him think it was an actual call going down.
Yes, I really, like I said, when I first saw this, Unfriended came out 2004, 10 years ago. Jesus. But I remember watching it. I had very low expectations, and then I was hooked. I was into the film. I was into it. I was 100% into it. But unfortunately, nobody else was. So yeah, definitely would like to revisit that film. I think it's really underrated. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
I'm just reading into it. It's like the movie cost $1 million and it made $62 million.
Yeah, it was a hit, but it clearly was a hit. But it's just it's just one of those movies that just flew under the radar. Just flew under the radar.
Yeah, and they did do a sequel as well, Dark Web, which I have watched too.
I don't remember if I watched that.
It's a pretty good one. We might have to put it in a future episode. But until then, you got Aliens and you got Unfriended.
Okay. All right. Cool. Definitely. Oh, and Paul, and I see that you saw the Long Legs trailer.
Yeah, I did.
What was your thoughts? What was your thoughts on it? Am I was I correct or was I overrating it?
Well, I'll say this right now. After seeing what I've seen and read what I've read, usually I don't go for like the head fuck movies, but this movie has definitely got my attention. So I am very curious to see this. And the fact that Nicolas Cage is going to be playing a psycho in this, and I'm down for that because the last couple of movies I've seen him in, like Mandy, Mom and Dad, Color Out of Space, some of those films he's been in recently have been really good. So that for me is
they've been good. I know, like I said, Nicolas Cage gets a bad rap, understandably so. but these recent stretch of films has been good.
Yeah. So
Like I've always said when it comes to Nicolas Cage, I'm sorry to cut you off. When it comes to Nicolas Cage, I always felt like with him, you gotta put him in the right situation to get the best out of him.
yeah.
And then you kind of gotta let him just be him.
I mean, shit, he was good in Renfield.
Yes, he was gonna. It just depends on the movie he's in. I've never disliked Nicolas Cage. He gets made fun of a lot, understandably so, because he does have his. We all know he has his Nick Cage moments, but but I never disliked him. I never did. I thought Leaving Las Vegas, I thought was very good when he plays the alcoholic. So good. 8mm, I enjoy of his. What other Nick Cage movie I enjoy?
The first movie I ever saw Nicolas Cage in was Raising Arizona.
Yeah, she was good in that. I remember.
That one where he thinks he's a vampire.
I never saw that one. Face Off. When Nick Cage becomes the good guy, he's good. But when he's the villain of the movie, it's like, ooh, rein it back now. I mean, Paul. I mean, there are moments we can have to tell Nick Cage, "Ooh, just dial it back now. Like, relax."
Yeah. Oh, don't forget.
But that's what makes him him. That's what makes him unique. You know, he's a very unique cat, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Don't forget Con Air.
That's another great action film. Put the bunny in the box.
And I also gotta give a shout out to Nicolas Cage's son as well. He's a full blown metalhead just like me, so that's cool.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, Nick Cage. I mean, like I said, Nick Cage. His career needs to be studied. He's had a very interesting movie career. But I but seeing him in this Long Legs trailer, I love the fact that we hardly ever see him.
You just caught that quick glimpse of him. I had to double check it when I was watching the show. I was like, is that him? Because he almost looks unrecognizable in this. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it has my girl Micah Monroe. Me and Paul did an episode of It Follows, where she was the lead. She has become a really good scream queen over the years. And Paul, I think you said that they did confirm It Follows sequel.
Yeah, it's called They Follow. Let me just get the information on it. Yeah, give me a second.
Yes.
Right, here we go.
Same director and everything, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check it right now. Yeah, the same director's back in it. David Robert Mitchell, Mika Monroe's in it. This movie right now is currently in its pre-production stage. It looks like they released a first image too. We got a first image. Hang on, I'm gonna share this to you.
There's first image?
Yeah, first image just dropped. It's on IMDb. Hang on. There you go.
Yeah, for those who may not know, yeah, It Follows is, especially when it first came out, was one of my favorite horror films. Psychological horror films. Okay,
yeah, that movie caught me off guard.
Okay, give me a second. Paul, you just got worked.
What do you mean?
That ain't no goddamn first image. That's a shot. That's a shot from the first film.
Oh, the bastards! That's fucking IMDb. Whoever
like that ain't no. That is Michael Monroe from 10 years ago, bro.
You motherfucker whoever posted that. I'm on my Iron Sheik shit now. That fucking motherfucking
Well, Mark, Paul, like just don't believe everything you read on the internet, okay?
Yeah, I'll take that L.
Thinking Crystal Lake's gonna be canceled when it's really not.
Don't remind me. I'll take that L. Fuck.
But you're looking forward to you're looking forward to Long Legs.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna check that one out when it comes out. Whether it's on.
Were you in? I mean, did you do you like movies like Seven or Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, dude, I fucking love Seven. I've got that on Blu-ray. Silence of the Lambs was a cool movie. There's another movie I haven't showed you yet, and that's Henry: Portrait of a Serial Killer. That's another good one. I like these.
Oh yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
That is good. Yeah.
I like these kind of films too. I don't. It takes a while for me to watch those kind of films, but yeah, I do enjoy them.
Yeah, like that's the type of vibe I got from the trailer. The Silence of the Lambs 7 kind of vibe. Which I'm definitely looking for. This summer is going to be because you got the Bad Boys movie coming out. Then you got Beverly Hills Cop 4. You got Long Legs. Like this summer is looking really nice. Dude, it's been a while since I've been excited for like summer movies.
This summer is going to be stupid. I'm gonna look at the summer list. Hang on, movies in 2024. I'm gonna bring up that list.
In the summer, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what's dropping in the summer. Hold on, give me a second. All right, list of American films 2024. Let's see. Well, I guess you could say the summer movies start next Friday with Furiosa. That's what I'm gonna say as far as I'm concerned on that.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So let's have a look. What have we got coming out in June? All right, here we go. In June, 5th of June, we got something called The Boneyard. Then it's I Am Okay, Bad Boys Ride or Die on June 7th. We got The Watchers, Longin', The Exorcism, Late Bloomers, Inside Out 2, Ultraman Rising, Tuesday, The Present, Ghostlight, Ride. 21st of June, we have The Bike Riders, Kinds of Kindness, Fancy Dance, Trigger Warning, Janet Planet, Thelma, Agent Recon. 28th of June, this one I'm looking forward to seeing, A Quiet Place, Day 1.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, the prequel. We have a Kevin Costner 2-part Western epic called Horizon, an American saga. Family Affair, Sacrifice. In July, we have Despicable Me 4 and Beverly Hills Cop 4. They're both out on July 3rd. Maxine is going to be dropping on the 5th of July.
Maxine, forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep, definitely going to be checking that one out. Fly Me to the Moon, Long Legs on July 12th. We're definitely going to be checking that out. National Anthem, My Spy, The Eternal City. July 19th, Twisters. I'm looking forward to seeing that. What else we got? The Good Deadpool and Wolverine on July 26th.
Damn.
Yeah, that one's gonna have Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. That is gonna be crazy. On August, what do we got in August? Let's see. We have The Instigators, My Old Ass, Harold and Purple Crayon, Cuckoo, Borderlands, which is that movie based on a video game that's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
And Jamie Lee Curtis and Kevin Hart.
Yep. Horizon American Saga Chapter 2 on the 16th. We have Alien Romulus. Now, I am actually, you're going to call me crazy. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this because of who's involved in it. You got Freddie Alvarez directing it. You know crazy shit's going to go down.
Yeah.
But also, we also have on the 21st of August, we have Stream, which is that new slasher movie from the guys who did the Terrifier film.
That's right. Yeah, I covered that. Yeah. That's in August?
Yep, 23rd of August, we have the reboot of The Crow. Ooh, that is gonna be that's gonna be
interesting.
controversial.
Yeah.
Like I said, my mom's gonna go see it, and I know she's a diehard Crow fan, and I know she's gonna be nitpicking the fuck out of it. What else we got? We have The Forge. I don't know what the hell that is. Slingshot, which is a science fiction film, psychological, and City of Dreams. That's just some of the ones I mentioned. Oh, 6th of September, Beetlejuice.
This summer's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, man.
We got fucking we got Never Let Go, we got The Return, Different Man. This is September, by the way. October, we have the Joker sequel. We have a Smile sequel dropping on the 18th of October. The third and final Venom movie in the trilogy. Oh, and let's not forget October 11th, Terrifier 3. That's going to be the big one for horror. Yeah, that right there. I found out that it's going to get a cinema release both in the UK and in the US on the same day. And you bet your fucking ass I'm going to go see it. And if it comes out on streaming platforms just in time for Christmas, spoiler alert, folks, we're watching it. And in November, this is going to be an interesting one. November 22nd, the sequel to Gladiator.
Sequel to Gladiator?
Yeah, as in the Russell Crowe Gladiator.
Didn't he die?
Yes, he did. But this is going to be about that kid all grown up. You got Pedro Pascal's in it. And this is going to come as a surprise for you, but Denzel Washington's in it too.
Huh?
I'll say that again. Denzel Washington is in Gladiator 2.
Oh, fuck. That means I gotta watch it. Damn it.
And on December 20th, man, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And the biggest shocker for me about that one, Keanu Reeves is going to be Shadow.
Hey, anything Keanu Reeves is in, I will be interested.
Well, December 20th, man. That's it. I'm going to go see it.
All right. So it sounds like to me it's going to be it should be a good year of movies. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, if you haven't checked out the Long Legs trailer, definitely check it out. Probably the most interested I've been in a movie that's not, a Freddy or Jason or Michael in a very, very long time. I really love the marketing of how they've done this movie. And I love the trailer. We don't really know what the story is. Like, we got a little more context in the trailer, but we really don't know. There's a lot of random shit that happens. But I dig it. So if you haven't, check out the Long Legs trailer. And of course, check out all my other videos for Friday the 13th movies, regarding the series and all that stuff. And of course, watch if you have. I don't know who hasn't seen Die Hard. Oh, and really quick, Paul. One to the moment I knew it was over for Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Want to know how I knew it was over for Bruce Willis? It was two instances where I knew it was over. One, the Comedy Central roast of Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've seen clips of that on YouTube, yeah.
How off Bruce was. Like, I would think in that environment, that's where he would be at, where he would shine, when he's talking shit to the people that's roasting him, because that's what he does. He was so off. And bro, and I think the last time we ever saw him be John McClane, I think it was some sort of battery commercial, like a Duracell, some sort of battery commercial.
It was a car insurance advert, I think, over here, because they had scenes
Yes.
from Die Hard with Vengeance on there. Yeah,
and he was pretty much playing John McClane one last time, and how he was acting, how he was talking, like he was slurring and didn't have that same energy. That's when I knew. One, that's when I knew something was wrong, and two, that's when I knew it's over. It's over.
well, like I
You
said,
got it no more.
that accident he had on Tears of the Sun, that was the beginning of the end.
Like, look at Bruce. Look, hell, like I said, I think the last time Bruce felt like Bruce was the Red movies.
For me, it was Death Wish.
Okay, but I'm talking about in terms of that wisecracking, that wisecracking, shit talking Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
That to me was the last time he felt like that. And it's a damn shame because I thought Bruce Willis was he's one of the more charismatic actors out here. Oh, another great Bruce Willis performance. Death Becomes Her.
Oh yeah.
Bruce Willis in that movie is fucking fantastic. That whole movie is fantastic with Meryl Streep and what's the other girl's name? Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn, which by the way, I kind of had a little bit of a crush on when I was younger. Listen, there's nothing more sexier to me than a woman that's attractive and two funny. That's what he's a turn on. Okay, if you're hot and you're funny, oh my god, Goldie Hawn was both.
I think another movie I've got to give him a shout out for as well, even though it was a small part, would be when he was in G.I. Joe Retaliation.
He was good at that.
Yep.
But yes, if you want to see Bruce Willis, just absolutely hilarious. Death Becomes Her. He is fucking hilarious in that movie. But yeah, Die Hard. If you haven't watched it, I don't know how the fuck you have not watched it at this point. But if you haven't, definitely check it out. If you want to see a damn near perfect action film, especially one action that you could relate to, this is the movie to watch. So Paul, tell people where they can find you.
Well, if you're on Facebook, type in Paul Burt's Photography Corner. You'll find all my photos in there. And if you're on Facebook also, type in Support Indie Horror, where you'll find a whole heap of cool horror content on there.
And as for me, you can find me over at the PrimeTime podcast, PrimeTime Collective on YouTube. Like I said, I've been wanting to give you some wrestling content, but like I said, it's been so bone dry in the industry right now. Well, I mean, I may do a video on, because they just announced they're going to do SummerSlam for 2 nights. And I'm sorry. That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I think it's dumb. WrestleMania, sure, but SummerSlam, really? So I may do a video on that. I may drop it tomorrow because I really don't think that's a good idea.
I've even heard that there's even talks about maybe one of the WrestleManias taking place in the UK.
That's fine. That's fine, but listen, 2 nights of SummerSlam. It's like, listen. It's fucking too much wrestling, man. It's too much. It's too much, man.
Like is 2 nights of WrestleMania enough?
Yes, it's too much, man. And I'm sorry, the product is not that hot right now where it requires to. Okay, whatever. So yeah, so I may do a video on that. I mean, of course, here at PrimeTime Movie Network, where you can find all 88 episodes on here, and of course all my individual videos as well. And of course, PrimeTime James Thomas, where you can find my wrestling content, where you can find me breaking my nose, my street fight, all that stuff. And by the way, shout out to Stout Taylor Compton, Lori Shore Robson, who recently got married. And funny enough, Paul, Tyler Maine officiated the wedding.
Hey, congrats to them, man. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool. It's cool to see that they're still friends after all these years. Got 2000. Got Halloween. Rob's House Halloween was literally 16, 17 years ago.
17 years.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I was 23 back then.
I was 14, 15.
About a 10-year difference. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We could not do the Gorehounds show back then. It would look kind of weird.
I think it would have worked.
Well, no. 20-year-old doing a video with a 15-year-old. Like, nah, it wouldn't look right, bro.
Hey, stranger things have happened.
And then plus two, back then, my mentality on movies. Oh shit!
Yeah, we would have been button heads. I know.
No, we would have definitely been button heads for sure. Yeah, I would have been a lot more aggressive with my approaches when it comes to movies.
Yep.
But yeah. So next week. Either next Thursday or back to our regular scheduled show Friday, will be Aliens and it will be Unfriended. So definitely looking forward to that. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully everybody has themselves a great night, a great weekend, and everyone be safe and everyone have a good night. So I'm PrimeTime James Thomas here with the Gorehound himself, Paul Berg, closing out episode 88 of the Gorehound Show. And yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. We're out.
I was going to say that. Happy trails.